the Geeky Guys here. I'm Mr. P.
Hey, and Dave, we're back.
We are back, and today we're going to be talking about Spiderman Far From Home, which is coming out very soon.
It is, very soon.
We're also going to be unboxing an EagleMoss product.
As always.
We love EagleMoss. And we're going to be talking about brand new Lucifer.
Lucifer on Netflix. But first, we need to be talking about one of the major things that's out there at the moment in the geek sphere.
What's that, Dave?
And that's, I don't know, no, it's Avengers End Game.
What's that? I've never heard of that.
No, it's
not popular, is it?
Not had much of a newsworthy time at all, has it?
Is that what the cool kids are talking about?
Apparently,
oh,
yes. It's all been End Game, all about the End Game.
Yeah, it's just been massive, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
So we're going to try and keep the first bit of this spoiler free, just in case you've not watched it.
Because you might not have seen it yet, exactly.
I don't quite know why you wouldn't have seen it yet, but you might not have done.
Avoiding the crowds, maybe.
It's a long film.
It is. It's a very long film. I think you've got some stats on that, haven't you?
I have. I love my stats.
Loves his stats.
I love my stats. 3 hours, 2 minutes, in fact.
3 hours, 2 minutes. So make sure you nip to the loo before you get into the film, otherwise you'll be missing some bits during the movie.
There was a lovely Instagram post I saw. Someone had put a picture up and it said were the best times to go were, and there were 3 times. I forget what they were, but
yeah, it's quite nice of me to do that though.
I don't like leaving a film when it's halfway through.
No.
You're going to miss something. I don't like to miss anything.
No, I don't like to miss anything at all.
But yeah, no, 3 hours, 2 minutes. That's pretty long.
Yeah, so basically no big 3 litre Coke before you go into the film, that'd help.
I didn't think it needed to be that long.
Yeah, it was a little bit. There was some few bits you could take out, I would say. A little bit of filler that was a bit not quite needed, but...
Just to recap, everybody, when we left the Avengers at the end of Infinity War, Thanos had got rid of 50% of all living things.
Yeah, just into dust.
Yeah. And the Avengers were scattered, the remaining ones, and disarmed. They'd been thrashed.
They'd been beaten for once. They'd lost. And
it was gut-wrenching.
Yeah, it was. It was like, what? Where do we go from here? Who's going to say today there's not many left?
So
the problem.
The story picks up as that's just happened, and then we find out what happens and how they go on. But I mean, I think there was a lot of stuff in the film that could have been narrowed down a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. A few bits that were gone into in a bit too much detail, probably, occasionally. But on the whole, I think we enjoyed it. Yeah,
it was good. It was it basically wrapped up most of the storylines tidily. And it ended this phase of Marvel.
Yeah, phase 3.
Phase 3, ready for phase 4. And they've just announced about 20 other release dates now of films that are coming out over the next
3 years. Yeah.
Which is quite good. So let's jump into the spoiler section.
But let's talk about money. So it did make quite a lot of money, didn't it?
It did make quite a lot of money. Well, in the first 5 days, domestically, it made 356 million in the US.
That's pretty good.
Internationally, 1.22 billion.
Yeah, and it's expected by the end of the run that it's going to exceed 3 billion, which is pretty much going to be highest grossing movie of all time, pretty much, I would have thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which James Cameron's commented on a little bit, hasn't he, on the social media verse.
Yes, his record's gone down like a sinking ship. There's a joke there somewhere.
There is, I think. He did send it a well done to the Avengers, didn't he? But I think he's hoping to take the crown back again with the long overdue Avatar sequels.
Is that going to happen?
He keeps saying
that he's working on it.
Yeah, maybe he'll never bring any more out, and it's just a continuing gag that, still working on it. 30 years later, still in the works.
It is an Infinity film.
It's taken Infinity to make it. But, we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But so spoilers coming up. So while the spoilers logo is on the screen, we're talking about it. Once that disappears, we'll stop talking about it. We had some characters that did die.
Yeah.
And there was some that died in Infinity War. and it was a case of, well, will they find a way to bring them back? We all assumed that they would find a way to bring all the disappeared ones back, which they did.
Yeah.
But would they bring back the ones that had actually died? Now,
Probably
we've already got a loophole We've
Put your
already
teeth
got a loophole, possibly. Potentially, that's what I was trying to say. Thanks, Dave. With Loki.
Yes.
Who, in this film, partway through, because they... Again, another spoiler alert, but they time travel.
Mm.
I mean, for me, that was a bit of a cheap way of doing it.
Cheap way and a bit risky.
I don't know. They did it well, but...
Yeah. It was an easy way to do it.
Chestnut.
Mm. He kind of grabbed the Tesseract and disappeared, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So he's gone out of his timeline. So technically, I suppose they could branch off into his own timeline and still be alive.
Yeah, so they might be able to recover him at some point, or he might just pop up at some point. Maybe in the next Thor film, who knows?
Maybe, yeah. We'll see what happens.
Mm.
So that's another person that potentially could come back. Some of the others have died.
Yeah.
And then in this film we had some as well. And I don't see how they're going to come back.
No, it certainly looks like Tony Stark's done, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he comes back now after that.
And of course Black Widow. Although there's a Black Widow film coming out.
Yeah,
which we assume then is an origin story or a prequel.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah, I would have thought that would be what
flashbacks, that kind of thing. It's either that or the film will start and they'll pull her out of time to do something else somewhere else. I don't know. I say they. I don't know who they are.
Who those particular people are. But yeah, Black Widow's got a film. Thor's got another film. Doctor Strange has got another film. Spider-Man's got at least one more film out this year.
The Guardians with James Gunn.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy with James Gunn rehired, Volume 3. We've got as well. So it's all still going on.
I think the bit with Captain America, giving advice in the sort of like support group, that didn't really need to be there.
I thought it was a little bit
more. There was a few scenes like that it's kind of didn't really.
Yeah, he didn't need it, did he?
Could have kept the pace up, and it didn't. It kept it a little bit touchy-feely.
Slowed it down a little bit, didn't it?
Which I get, because you want to invest in these characters because you want to say goodbye to them at the end, And obviously Captain America at the end passes on his shield, which we don't quite know where he got that from.
No.
On again. Should it have gone to Bucky?
Not sure. Is he the next Captain America? I don't know.
Should be. In the comics, Bucky gets it. And he's from that era.
Yeah.
And he's strong and like Captain America is. So
Maybe
theoretically he should have got it. I think the thing came out of his arm at one point. The shield comes out of his arm like an Iron Man toy at one point. Toy, That's Tony Stark's
Gadget.
But it didn't go to him. And it's like, was that the right call?
Not
or
sure.
was it a political statement again?
Maybe. It could be. It could be going that way. Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. We don't know. I think, to be honest, the point is we really enjoyed it. Despite us being a bit negative, I suppose. We really did enjoy it. And you can see why it's made so much money.
Yeah.
And it pretty much rounded up every story. And I love the fact that Thor's let himself go in this.
Yeah, he's just like washed up.
Lebowski.
Drunk. Big Lebowski.
And I love the fact he goes off with the Guardians at the end.
Yeah, joins their team.
So we hopefully we'll see Thor in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, hopefully Star-Lord is probably hoping that he's not touching the screen anymore and he's delegated and allowed him to
we'll know
charge.
Who's in charge.
Say that.
Yeah, so it was good. We really enjoyed it. I think, to be honest, we need a bit more time just to absorb it and look online and see what people are saying. So we'll come back to it.
Yeah, we need to carry on the conversation about End Game, definitely.
We'll come back to it, I think, because that's good.
Yeah.
I think we should get another fan of Marvel who knows a lot more than we do to come and sit with us.
Need a Marvel comics expert.
A Marvel comics expert to come and sit with us.
That's good. If you are one, let us know.
I've got one in mind. Okay. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to just de-Marvel for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to go look at an EagleMoss product.
Another EagleMoss product of some sort. We'll unbox it and see what we've got this time. Right, it's time for another unboxing video, and today we've got the USS Kobayashi Maru, which is a special on the EagleMoss Starships collection. We need to have a quick look at this. And this was actually developed for the Wrath of Khan, but it wasn't actually seen on screen until the 2009 movie. So we have a ship, plinth, and a little holder. So there we have the ship itself. It's quite nice detail on that. It's quite heavy, quite weighty.
It is really nice, that.
It's a really good design and make, that is. We've got the usual base. It tells you a little bit on the back.
I like how they've weathered the nacelles.
Yeah, that does look really,
It is meant
nice,
to be a ship in distress.
Yeah. And so if we put this on somehow, probably under this way somewhere, I would imagine, like that. And that is what you get to put on your display shelf or your display cabinet, or whichever way you want to display it. I think you'd agree, it's a very nice ship. Oh, that was really good.
I love EagleMoss. I love EagleMoss. They're brilliant.
They're always good, aren't they?
They're always good. There'll be another one of those next month, obviously.
Yeah, join us next month for another shot down EagleMoss Lane. We'll have a look what they got for us this time.
Okay, so we talked about End Game.
We have.
Now, we've been told that Spider-Man, second Spider-Man film with Tom Holland,
yes,
Far From Home, is going to be the sort of continuation of End Game.
Yes,
it's going to carry on that story, kind of. So we've got spoiler alert. We've got obviously Iron Man's gone.
Yeah.
Tony Stark's died. So obviously Spider-Man takes it. Peter Parker takes it quite personally because it was quite close to him, and the film revolves around the whole the class going on a trip, or the kids going on a trip.
That's right. Around Europe, isn't it? Yeah.
Where Nick Fury contacts them and gets them to, or asks them to take part in a mission over there because the Avengers are pretty much gone.
And
or doing their own thing, or
the Guardians are off on another mission.
So the trailer's dropped. The full trailer looks good.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite looking forward to.
I think
Spider-Man.
I think Homecoming was really good, wasn't it? That surprised a lot of people. The Spider-Man franchise had kind of withered it away a little bit since the early 2000s, hasn't it? And I think
got a bit samey and then a bit silly.
Yeah.
And I think bringing it into the MCU, allowed Tony Stark to give him a proper suit, which is quite cool. But also, it made it a bit more legitimate. Is that
it feels like a legitimate member of the Avengers now, doesn't it? They've kind of connected the two up really well, which I think I said earlier. Kind of the way they've done it and the style they've gone for, and they've kept it all on the same sort of page as the other stuff.
He was always part of that universe, so it makes sense to bring him into it. It's my argument for Supergirl all the time until recently, which is why doesn't Superman just help her out?
Yeah.
Of course, now they've wrote him out anyway, but that's
by the
by. So yeah, I like the fact he's back in the MCU and he's part of the team again, if you like.
Yeah, looking forward to that. He's your neighbourhood-friendly Spider-Man is going international.
Yes. Okay, it's time. It was great. It got cancelled.
It did.
However, people didn't like that.
No, they didn't.
A big campaign online.
There was the internet.
Hashtag
Save Lucifer.
Guess what? It got saved.
He got saved. The little devil.
And he's back on Netflix this time.
Yeah, for season 4.
and it's really good.
Yeah, it's pretty much picked up where it left off in the last series, isn't it? Really?
Kind of. In the last series, you saw him reveal his devil face, Chloe, and then they had a couple of episodes where they kind of pretended that never happened.
Never happened.
And I think it's because it got cancelled. They just
thought we'll just do some filler to finish the series. Yeah.
But they pick off from the point where she knows, and she's been away
for a little while, hasn't she?
For the summer with Trixie, and then they come back, and has it changed? No, it's pretty much the same.
It's pretty much
a good show that it always was. I'd say they spent a bit more money on it actually. The effects look better.
They do, I'd definitely say so, and it's quite nice the way they've gone with it as well, where it's kind of the reaction where you expect in a way where she's kind of pretending that she's not bothered and is still the person that she knew before, but there's underlying fear there, isn't there, and apprehension. And
we don't want to spoil too much, but there's a lot more going on there than just fear. And she's, to coin a phrase, she's up to something.
Something going down.
You need to watch it. It's really good.
You're actually a few ahead of me, aren't you?
Yes.
I've seen the first one. We
get a few surprises. We get a pregnancy.
Ooh.
You didn't know that.
I didn't know
Spoiler
that. I didn't know that yet. I do now.
You don't know who?
No.
It's Lucifer. No, I'm joking. It's not.
It's a meta deal, isn't it?
It could be. So yeah, it's really good. So I've got just a few more to watch to get to the end. So next month we'll talk about that in detail.
I'll have caught up by then. We can talk about the series as a whole.
Talk next video. We're going to talk Titans.
Yes.
And Doom Patrol.
Yes, we need to talk about them in more detail. Definitely.
Yeah.
So you've just started watching Titans.
I have really enjoyed it.
Once you get to the end of that, you can get onto Doom Patrol. Obviously, through the Titans series, you've already been introduced to them. So
yeah,
that'll be a good one to move on to next.
Next video we're going to talk a lot about the TV shows for DC.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Arrow, Flash, Supergirl.
Otherwise, we'll be accused of Marvel favouritism, won't we? We can't have that because we do like our DC.
We do. It's a bit of a bad rap film-wise, and you can see why.
It's a little bit of a mess at the moment, film-wise, isn't it? With the Cyborg and Flash films a little bit up in the air.
I was going to say they dropped the ball a little bit, but they never really had the ball, did they, to be honest? They were kind of running up and down the sidelines quite a lot. And then every time they try and run onto the field... I'm doing sports metaphors.
What's happening? Who are you?
I don't know. Every time they run onto the field, it's kind of... They just kind of drop the ball and that's it.
Yeah, they seem to... They have, like, a hit and then they get it wrong again, don't they? It seems to be the way it goes. I mean, the whole mess of Batman v Superman... I mean, that just shouldn't have happened. That film should never have existed, really. Justice League wasn't too bad, but it got ruined by the fact, as we've said before, they didn't have the individual films first. Which
we didn't know the characters well enough to do that yet, or too many of them. Wonder Woman's introduction in Batman Superman, we've just started talking about DC. You know that
we do like DC.
That plan we had about what we're going to talk about, let's just forget that. They introduced Wonder Woman. You already knew Batman anyway, because there'd been lots of stuff about Batman. Superman, we'd had Man of Steel. So Batman Superman was okay to bring Wonder Woman in because it was only a third character, and that was all right. That kind of worked for her. The whole fact that they went against each other was a bit silly anyway. But then obviously they brought everybody in for Justice League, and kind of, I don't know. It just didn't work.
It was just too much of a throw together, wasn't it? At the last minute, or that's what it seemed like.
They needed to do a Marvel. They needed to have Bruce Wayne go through at the end of each film and recruit them all like Nick Fury did in Avengers. That's what they need to do.
That would have been a lot better.
And then bring them all together, and that would have worked a lot better.
Yeah, I think so. I think they got on the whole bandwagon of people really enjoying and liking these team-up films and the trending, and I think they thought, we just need to get in on this as soon as we can. So they went the direction of jumping into the team movie first.
They should have just done Man of Steel 2. Yeah. And they should have made it slightly lighter. The first one was fairly okay, but it still was quite dark.
Yeah.
And I think you could have had Superman feeling bad for everything that happened and doing his best to make up for it. So,
Yeah.
you know, really going for it, saving people. I don't think, you know, because then you've got another film where you could then introduce Bruce Wayne in that film.
That's true.
And I think that would have been better because that would have got more people invested in the Superman character. And you could, like I say, you could perhaps brought Batman in towards the end as an intro. Then do the solo Batman film, which you could start at the point where he was in the second Superman film, and then do flashbacks to show his origin story of how he got there. Then you've joined both characters through their origin stories, and you've seen them together. Then that leads into whatever you want to do next, which would have been a good idea to do.
That'd be a good direction to have gone with it, wouldn't it?
We should be writing this.
We should be, really.
Should be. We're ideas men. That's what we do. Not the writing. That takes a lot of time. But the ideas man. The sitting around with a coffee or a wine and coming up with the ideas.
Sat in Marvel or DC HQ, just saying, this is the way you need to do it. This is your pathway to success. This is how you bring these characters together.
So basically, to summarise, we loved Endgame.
We did.
We're really looking forward to Spider-Man. Lucifer is shaping up to be a fantastic series, although only 8 episodes this time.
Yeah, there's not very many at all, is there? They could have done with a nice 14, 15 would have been a bit better, but I suppose at the end of the day, they're taking a little bit of a risk on the series, Netflix, and they're going to see how this first one, shortened one, goes.
I don't think it was a risk. Not because of the public outcry.
It's pretty obvious the audience is there, isn't it?
We love Lucifer. We're looking forward to Spider-Man, and as we've just gone off and talked about, we're disappointed the fact that DC's not catching up with Marvel.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Well,
on that disappointing note,
yes,
it's probably time to wrap this up and come to an end.
It is. Like I say, next time we're going to be talking TV shows, so send us your comments and thoughts about them. DC shows, and we're going to be talking about, like I say, Titans and Doom Patrol, as well. They're fairly new.
Might even have a quick mention of Keanu Reeves' John Wick Chapter 3 coming soon. We might give that a quick mention because we'll probably have seen it next time we talk to you.
That'll wrap up that storyline as well.
It will.
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Send us your comments, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.